everyone, and welcome to another episode of Health and Wellness. My name is Tristan Richards, and I will be giving you some tips and tricks on how to keep that beautiful smile. Today's topic is cavities. Now, everybody have them, like most persons have them. Most persons get them treated, while some persons just want to live with them. But what are cavities? Cavities are holes in your teeth. Now, oftentimes, dental professionals will use the term cavities and caries interchangeably, but I personally like to use them differently. A cavity is a hole in your teeth, so a definite hole in your teeth. Caries are weakenings of your enamel, which can turn into a hole in your teeth. And all of these are primarily caused by acid erosion. Acid erosion from bacteria and their byproducts. Now, oftentimes we ask persons, what causes cavities? They tell you sugar. But it's really the bacteria that is causing the cavities. What happens is that the bacteria will feed on the sugar that you left on your teeth, and the acid produced from their feeding on the sugar then slowly eats away and dissolves your enamel. Now, how can I prevent this from happening? Right away we say, okay, let me not eat sugar, let me not eat sweets. But it is important to remember that sugar is not just sweets and sugary stuff. Carbohydrates are also sugars. So we're talking about our pastries, we're talking about flour, we're talking about bread. These are also considered sugars, and the bacteria is also able to feed on these things. So right away, the main thing I will tell you how to prevent cavities is to visit your dentist regularly. If you have kids, go ahead. Ensure that you take them to the dentist twice a year. That is every 6 months. Because the truth is, some of us, we are just predisposed to getting cavities. Either that our enamel isn't strong, maybe when we were a child, we didn't get enough calcium and phosphorus in our diet, or it is that we have very deep pits and fissures. Those are on the little lines on the bite surfaces of our teeth. And things such as this, predisposes us to cavities. So my first, my apologies, my first recommendation is that you take your kids to the dentist. Second, right off the bat, of course, limit your intake of sweets and sugars and your snack intake. Now, I know it's hard to cut away the sugar, but try to limit your intake. Another tip is ensure that you're brushing and flossing regularly and correctly. Oftentimes, you'll find persons, they'll brush, but they don't floss. Now, if you're not flossing, how are you cleaning in between your teeth? That's just not happening, right? And you can, believe it or not, get cavities in between the teeth. And oftentimes, those are the hardest to treat, and those are oftentimes they're not so easily detected unless you go into the dentist or until you start seeing that dark spot in between the teeth. So flossing is very, very important. So another way in which we can prevent cavities, and I think this is one of the most effective ways, is simply to get a fluoride treatment and to get sealants on your teeth. I know some persons don't like to use fluoride, all right, but I assure you, fluoride helps to strengthen the enamel, and it also it actually affects the metabolism of the bacteria. So the bottom line is fluoride helps to make your teeth stronger. And without fluoride, your teeth is going to be very weak and very susceptible to caries. Sealants are very, very important, especially if you have deep fissures or grooves in your teeth. Because the truth is, even if you're brushing properly, if you have those deep grooves, it's very hard for the bristles of the toothbrush to get to the base of those fissures. And you find that eventually you end up getting cavities. So let's recap. How can we prevent ourselves from getting cavities? 1, go to the dentist. 2, brush and floss properly. 3, avoid sweets and sugary stuff. Limit our intakes of those because we really can't avoid them entirely. So limit our intake. 4, get a fluoride treatment or get sealants. And the last thing that I want to mention is your diet. Ensure that you're eating a balanced diet. drink lots of water and get lots of calcium and phosphorus in your diet, as well as avoid acidic foods. So you're talking about your sodas, your Red Bull, your sugary stuff. I know I mentioned sugary, but you want to incorporate things in your diet that's going to help to strengthen your teeth. And I guarantee you, if you do those 5 things, there is a very, 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 very low chance that you'll get any cavities. So thank you again for joining us for another health and wellness. I will see you next week when I will give you some more tips and advice on how to brush and keep that wonderful smile.